What up, what up, what up? We are back. We are back, chat. Crazy volatility in the market. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Saw some comments. It looks like some of you guys caught that move to the downside. Those are some bazooka candles if I ever seen some, chat. So we had a pretty nice kind of flush magush there off of the ORB low, 26,965. Quite the move down. 270 point drop there, chat. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. You gotta love it. Can't believe D-Money missed this. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. Let me check this screen real quick, chat. Yep. Looks like we're back crack-a-lacking there. Make no mistake about it. Gotta love it. So we are back. Morning session had some pretty good trade setups, chat. We're going to see what we can frame now. Obviously, some volatility in the market. I did see behind me, looks like Trump, there is a 3 p.m. President Trump healthcare event. Make no mistake about it, he could be getting, kind of vocalizing some things there in regards to Iran as well. What we doing need to cause her foot. Oh man. He's gonna say nothing about it and talk about Iran. Yeah, I agree. That's what I think you're right on that, to be honest, chat. So Apex right now, chat, if you missed the news, if you missed the kaboom, currently 90% off. That is right. It is back. It got extended. Make no mistake about it, chat. You got 90% off Apex using the code PW, as always, for the best deals, up to 90% off, chat. So you have some options here. If you missed the news, maybe you've been in a tunnel. Make no mistake about it. You got some options now with Apex. End of day drawdown is one of the options, guys. That is the caveat. That's the thing that a lot of people have been wanting. End of day drawdown. You got intraday drawdown accounts still available as well. Multiple account sizes to pick from. So if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the stream, we do trade prop firms, and we leverage the prop firms to make money, basically, right? So we have trading accounts that we trade on, and we, use those accounts to make profit. That's the deal. So you got multiple options, chat. Obviously, these are some of the options on the Tradeovate side. We leverage Tradeovate prop here at the BDH. So 25K accounts all the way up to the 150K accounts. And you do have the option out for end of day trailing, right? So you do have the option not to use trailing drawdown. However, the current promotion, chat, $69 activation fee on the trailing accounts, 50K accounts. Keep that in mind for PAs. You gotta love it. V-shaped recovery here forming. 5-minute chart. You had quite the sell-off. If you weren't tuned into the stream earlier today, well, shame on you. Maybe you had to work, so we'll cut you some slack. Maybe you had to work or something. So we're not trying to be rude to you. Maybe you had to work or whatever the case may be. So we'll cut you a little slack, but you missed a party this morning. That's for sure. Accounts up $1,570. This is a Lucid account, chat. We'll get into them in a little bit. $1,500. We'll see what we can get this afternoon, guys. We're going to get the party started here. Make no mistake about it. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. It left without me. I think it left without, I think it left without a lot of people. Clearly. We're right back up here after that retracement. That is quite the sell-off and then quite the recovery. So you had a 272-point sell-off starting from this 135 candle, chat, and if you kind of measure from the lows, off of the lows, right back up, almost the entire move has been retraced. So that definitely qualifies, in my opinion, for a V-shaped recovery. Whoever is making mistakes about it. Stop. Oh, man. So 3 o'clock, we do have Trump coming up here, chat. We will see what that entails as we get the party started. Somebody said he's speaking now. Let's check this out. Crazy moves. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see 3 o'clock on my end, but these guys always lie to you about Trump. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I'm not concerned either way, chat. We're getting a party started. We are here getting a party started. Welcome to the afternoon session with the BDH and D-Money. We're gonna see if we can make a little bit more money today, chat. Got to count up over $1,500. What's the next move? What's the next play? Well, we're kind of watching to see how we react. We just had a sell-off from this like 930 area. Will it continue and reject right back down? That's the question. Just got a W on that last 15-minute candle, $750. Nice. So the question on this V-shaped recovery, it's kind of happening, is do we get some nice momentum on some of these stocks, equities? Back to the upside as well, chat. To kind of coincide with this recovery. because you have, looking at the higher time frame 1 hour chart, we see that there's actually pretty small bottom wick. Current 1 hour candle, right? We've only been open for about 12 minutes, guys, so there's still time in this candle. So you'll be kind of eyeing this to see if the momentum kind of picks up here to the upside, or do we sell back off and not be able to hold these EMAs? So I'm always looking to see if we're able to hold the closest EMA on the higher time frame chart. So the 50 EMA sitting at 26,921. You got the 14 EMA sitting at 26,991. And that's where you're looking to see if we're able to get back above it from a bullish standpoint, or do we sell back off to the downside? That's the question. Pretty clean V-shaped recovery though for me. You have to admit that 15-minute chart looks very, very clean for a possible kind of push here back to the upside. The Whopper, a quarter pounder? I would have to say a Whopper. I haven't had Burger King in a while though, chat, not gonna lie. But I would prefer that over quarter pounder for sure. I will. That's nasty. I hate Burger King with a passion. Look at Denny. Look at Denny, chat, trying to go against D-Money once again. This guy is very passionate about his first, you know, he's great little Ray. Oh, he's I must state that Denny has changed, chat, since he's been doing his daily runs and, you know, working on his six-pack. You gotta love it. Everything now it's opposite of D-Money. You gotta love it. There's no supposed to be on the same team here. We need a ping pong match. Yeah, PW's not back until next week. I've been practicing my backhand, so we'll see how it plays out, chat, as we get ready for hopefully more continued volatility in this market. We got Trump coming up at about 3 o'clock, or at least he's scheduled at 3 o'clock. So, question's gonna be, will it bring more volatility? We're gonna find out, don't you worry. We will be dropping a poll here in a few chat to kind of see how you guys are feeling in regards to the market and this whole volatility push that we've just had to the downside and then a V-shaped recovery. I want to know how you guys are feeling kind of going into that 3 o'clock hour. So we'll drop a poll in the chat. We'll have you drop how you feel. It's not about what D-Money feels. It's about how you guys feel. We're going to drop a poll in the chat. just to get the juices flowing. And right off the bat, we got some pretty aggressive bulls. The bulls have been very aggressive, chat. I don't know if it's because we've been hitting all-time highs after all-time high. Looking to take some longs possibly here in my Warbucks account, guys. So these are equity. You're able to trade equities now, obviously, with Warbucks, chat. Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, you name it, Meta included. Make no mistake about it. If you haven't checked it out, where have you been? You're able to use the code PW as always, chat. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Already over $500,000 paid out through Warbucks, and you're now able to trade equities. So you gotta love it. So we will keep an eye on it, guys, because I could be looking for some a position here on Nvidia for a possible recovery to the upside. So because typically, right, if this is going to be the start of something promising for a nice recovery, you would expect Nvidia to get a possible pop as well to the upside, chat. That's the thought process. Kind of hanging out 26,924. The ORB low 26,965. So that's the area where you're kind of watching to see if are we able to reclaim that area with momentum to the upside, or are we going to sell back off to the downside? That's the question. I went long on Nvidia. Tim Murray, nice. Yeah, like I'm leaning towards some longs here on Nvidia as well, because the thought process is pretty simple. You would expect continuation. If we're gonna, right? I mean, this is a V-shaped recovery, so you're trying to play the bounce. So let's see how this shapes up here. Hanging out right above the 14. How am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? 55% of the chat so far. I feel like we're going up into power hour. Kind of spying this as a V-shaped recovery in play, but what I will say is that we need to hold this 14 EMA 5-minute chart and then get back above these highs, 26,943 on the 15-minute, right, and kind of expand higher to the upside, chat. So if you've been under a rock, what is D-Money talking about, right? What is this Warbucks? We got the Warbucks gear on. We've been rocking. It's a prop firm that allows you to trade crypto as well as equities now, chat. Yes, sir, Bob. You can do a little 1-2 step here with the skull. Make no mistake about it. But you're able to trade equities, guys. That's the talk of the day. If you notice here, I already paid out $500,000 in payouts, which is cray with little Ray Ray. No denied payouts, guys. So the talk of the town now, if you scroll down, make no mistake about it, you're able to trade your top stocks. Right? So you got multiple plans, multiple options, 5,000, 5K account up to 200K account. And you can kind of look to the right here and you'll see the price. You can get started for as cheap as $36, guys, trading stocks. That is cray with little Ray Ray. So keep that in mind. You got a 25% consistency rule. And you got the rest of the rules here kind of laid out for you, pretty clear. Now, there are some available add-ons as well. You're able to add on 90% profit split. You can increase the consistency up to 33%. Or if you're feeling really naughty, you can increase it up to 50%, chat. So you got a lot of flexibility, a lot of options. WarbucksBTC.com. Make no mistake about it, chat. You gotta love it. I'm feeling really gnarly. Big Big Brawley's back, chat. We heard you were in another stream earlier, sir. So we're gonna give you a timeout just for commenting here on the stream. We know it's only right. We got to give you a timeout, right? If we got to give anybody a timeout, it has to be Big Brawley, chat. All right, so Trump is definitely speaking 3 p.m. chat. So I see it behind me again. So that's definitely happening. We'll tune into that for a little bit at 3 o'clock and see if he's having any mention of Iran, etc. Just need to be in tune with what's going on in the market. D-Money would like to schedule a 20-minute phone call. What's your price, sir? Yeah, I don't actually do that. So you don't have to try to pay to spend time with D-Money. We rock out Monday through Friday for free. It's a free stream. So phone call for what? That sounds suspicious. Oh, man. So we're just letting this thing kind of build out, Chad. If you missed the dump to the downside or the V-shaped recovery, probably smart to be a little patient. Let the market kind of set up. We're stuck in a range. at the moment. About a 60-point range. Typically happens after a pretty decent move, and that's what we're getting. 5-minute chart. So you get a break here below 26,887 area. Could be more downside back towards lower 700s, 26,727 area. If we get a breakout above this with momentum, 26,950, be targeting up back towards 27,000 or higher. Are we trading single stock futures with Warbucks? You're trading actual, yeah, you're trading like Nvidia, Apple, etc. Yes. Oh man. A lot of wickety wick. So Lucid trading, chat. Lucid account. So obviously I showed you guys trading the flex accounts right now. Up over 1,500 on one of the accounts. So if you're new, maybe this is your first time rocking out with us. Maybe you are trying to make some decisions in regards to props, which prop to go with. Well, you got onlypropfirms.com. You're able to check them out, do some comparisons. Lucid has quickly, I would like to say, emerged as one of the top props in the space, chat. Make no mistake about it. So you got a pretty active CEO. Engages all the time with customers. And if you're new to the prop space and you're wondering what Lucid is, you can check them out. Go to onlypropfirms.com, do some comparisons. But Lucid has multiple options as well, guys. Use the code PW. I believe at this point they've honestly paid out $150 million in counting. I saw AJ's post, who's the CEO of Lucid, chat. You got multiple options here. You got Lucid Pro accounts. Keep an eye out for the consistency there. We know that Lucid Pro has a 40% consistency rule. You got the flex accounts that I love that I'm currently trading, guys. 50K account right now, $98 using the code PW. You got 50% consistency rule in the funded phase. However, you are able, once that's done, right? You can pass it in 2 days. You're able to pass it in 2 days. Once you're funded, there's no consistency rule. But if you're feeling very confident, you do have straight to funded accounts with no evaluation stage. You gotta love it. All right, finally getting a break here to the upside. Top of the range. Full V-shape recovery in play here, chat. Longs look promising for at least an attempt to get up here towards 27,000. So I'm gonna try that, guys. My stop is gonna be basically back below previous candles low, 26,937. See if we'll get continuation here to the upside. Getting a bit of a pullback. 5-minute chart. I wanted to stay outside of this box. And I don't want it back below 935, guys. For that continuation, all right? So we'll see if we get enough momentum to take us up there, or if we're gonna stall. We had a nice rejection of that 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart, and that's why I wanted to attempt a long here for a possible continuation to the upside. So we'll see if we get it. All right, that 964 area, that's the area that we're kind of watching, guys. We need to bust through that area, at least up to like 977. 50 EMA on a 5-minute chart, right? You want to see us break through their momentum? This is your 15-minute chart. W, yeah, you had almost 10 points. So if you took the profit already, congrats. I just see it kind of building up. It looks like for a V-shaped recovery. Trying to play into that. And see if we have enough juice to get us up here at least to 977 or higher. Which would be pretty close to 20 points. All right. You're right at 10 points there, guys. That's 10 plus points on the trade. Trying to get the party started. All right, there it is. There's over 15 points. That's actually to take the 50 EMA, guys. Give it a little bit more room. Can we get 20 out of it? You had 20 points there. Drop a W in the chat if you took the long. That's over 20 points. That's right at 20 points. We will take that, chat. Make no mistake about it. Drop a W in the chat if you took the long there. You had a 20-point trade. Gotta love it. Oh, man. Have no fear, we are still here. And it's still going. There's 26,980. Can you review why you took the trade there and not when the candle formed? Yeah, so what I saw was all these higher lows, and then I saw a nice rejection off the 5-minute charts, 14 EMA. Once we were able to push above that on this candle to the upside, that's why I wanted to get long. And you see I still have the consolidation box drawn out. And I literally said if we are able to get back above the top of this range, you're looking for longs, right? A break below it, you would be looking for shorts to the downside. Do us a solid, chat. If you haven't hit the like button, that's a good point. See some people repping the likes. Do me a solid if you haven't already hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. You gotta love it. Well, you never know what you're going to get here at the BDH chat. If you haven't checked it out, wherejerome.com, where, you know, people want to know where Jerome is. We know that we got the hotline blinging. Look at this guy. This guy's actually, he's at an amusement park, chat. This guy's in Europe. This is Europe. I mean, look at what is going on. This guy is close to Barry Island. If you haven't checked out the website, wherejerome.com, you're able to check it out and keep tabs on Jerome. Also, if you have a sighting of Jerome, you're able to drop that into the website. We're gonna call the authorities, get this guy arrested. Oh man, you never know. You never know with this guy. Yeah, Ginger's making a good call there, chat. Yeah, there's no private sessions, chat. I rock out here Monday through Friday. It's a free stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. Got to get to 1,000 likes on the stream. We had well over 2,000 likes this morning. Got to get to 1,000 likes to keep the streak alive. We're already sitting at 504 likes. We got almost 2,300 people rocking out with us. Just caught out a pretty banging trade there. You gotta love it. So, wherejerome.com. Keep tabs on Jerome. Drop your sighting. You're able to fill out the form, guys. Location, pretty vivid description in your email, and I will definitely make sure that we alert the authorities. Make no mistake about it. Ginger, he has a phone now too. Yeah, I mean, Ginger's right. He has a phone. He has his own phone number. If you guys haven't seen that, I don't know how this keeps happening, but cray with Lil Ray Ray. Oh man. So yeah, he all right, I see. Have a good one. 865-234-2255. You're able to ask Jerome your questions that you have. I don't know if he'll be able to give you legit answers, but we're gonna see how this goes. That's Jerome's hotline, chat. Hotline bling. Look at it. Look at him. Look at him. He's saying, ask me like he knows. Look at his afro, chat. I'm not gonna lie. The afro looks like it needs some, needs a spruce up. So apparently he's at the amusement park. Maybe got a little dry. But leave a voicemail. He might get back to you. He might not. You never know. You never know, chat. Oh, man. Hey, Jerome, the Jackson 5 called. They want their hair back. Yeah. I don't think he's giving it back. Jerome never returns anything, Chad. If you haven't picked up on it yet, Jerome is not the kind of person. He doesn't strike me as the kind of person that returns anything that he takes. So if he has an afro from somebody that he probably didn't pay for, he probably didn't, you know, it's probably stolen or whatever the case may be. Just keep that in mind. What does the yellow box signify? Consolidation? Yeah, exactly, Pam. That's what it is. So that's why I wanted longs above the box, breakout above the box for longs, and then I would be looking for shorts below it. And you notice how the long got paid. You had a pretty decent pop here of about 34 points, 33 points to the upside on the breakout. And now we're right back inside of that box. You got a few minutes. We're going to finalize the poll, chat. Somebody said no smoothie today. No, you are highly mistaken. We are rocking out with Smoothie King. Don't you worry. This is I believe it's called Pineapple Surf Smoothie. Hey, D-Money, how are the bazookas made? How is that possible? Okay? Okay? I mean, bazooka candles are basically momentum candles, chat. It's just another way to put it, right? They're momentum candles. So you had a lot of, you kind of look at the higher time frame, you'll see it better. You had a lot of downward momentum, downside momentum from 1 o'clock. This would be considered like a bazooka candle, momentum candle. 174 points. And then you have more selling pressure to the downside. Now you got a retracement right back up. So sometimes, it could be news related. It could just be an area that kind of failed to hold and then price kind of steps in. Bulls or bears step in with momentum and take us in one direction. So you're looking for nice size candles. Those are momentum candles, right? Large size candles kind of gives you hints or clues that we're in momentum in a certain direction. So for the shorts, if you notice right off the 14 EMA, you had a nice rejection. This is a bearish engulfing candle. Got the including the wicks, right? So you got a bearish engulfing candle. Tells you that bears stepped in with aggression. And then you got more continuation to the downside after that candle printed. So you're just looking for nice momentum, nice size candles, and then you're trying to join the party, right? Obviously, if you're looking at the higher time frame and you get momentum on the higher time frame, even better, because a lot of times it might take a while on the lower time frame for it to kind of pick up momentum in that direction, whatever you're looking at on the higher time frame, but you know that the higher time frame is always going to win. So in this case, the previous 1 hour candles bearish, chat. We know that. We just had an attempt to get back towards the 14 EMA, 26,000, like 995. That's why I was saying that the TP, if they were able to get it up there, you would have loved if it could have got up to that 27,000 level, but it kind of ran out of steam. So saw the 20 plus points on the table, took it off. That's all. And then glad I did, because You had a retracement. Right back down. I would say continue to tune into the streams. You get an idea pretty quickly. Of what momentum looks like. PW trades momentum as well, so you'll definitely get a pretty good idea. I'm not gonna say the full name, but Miami, I want to meet you so I can give you a big hug. I've been following you every day since you started with PW. Appreciate the kind words. And I appreciate the support. I don't take it for granted. Is PW going to be back next week? Yeah, he's back next week. So this week he was doing some fishing, chat. He had a fishing tournament, obviously. So he'll be back next week, though. Made no mistake about it. So he's in Costa Rica doing some fishing. Looks like they've been doing some good eating, too. They've been catching some fish to eat as well, chat. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Looks like he was 7th place overall, so. All right, so let's see where we're at with this. Kind of standings here, so had a lot of bulls in the chat. I think the momentum is kind of shifting a little bit now the longer we kind of hang out here back inside of this consolidation range, because that's not that's not promising. But will this box hold up again? We're gonna find out. So if you guys missed it, we know that PW's been very active, even though he's not here at the BDH, guys. Quite a bit of cray fishing going on. We know that. You're able to follow him here, Chad, obviously on his Twitter account. But they've been doing some pretty aggressive kind of fishing there. Somebody's saying, "Hey, PW, are you ready for this?" That's probably regarding his post earlier. He said, "Win wedding," and looks like he's challenging some of these online influencers / affiliates to trade live at the BDH with him for a competition. So this is getting a little spicy online, chat. You gotta love it. And look at Brett Simba. Speaking of Tradeify, so Tradeify right now, guys, 40% off all their accounts using the code PW. You got Brett Simba, founder and CEO of Tradeify, trying to say, "Are you really going to make me do this?" Saying that he's trying to get in on a trade competition. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. But this is where it all kind of started, guys. You can keep tabs on that. PW saying that, hey, 5 days trade at the BDH. $100,000 on the line. Oh, man, you gotta love it. You're watching the move go without me. It's not going anywhere without me. We're back inside of a consolidation box that I had mapped out. I just took I just took longs on the breakout out of this box. We're right back in it. So I'm not looking to trade every single candle, right? I would prefer now for shorts that we break below this box, chat. And you got Trump coming up at 3 o'clock. So just be mindful of that. Are you taking entries? I already took an entry. I took a long for, you could have bagged almost 40 points. This was the breakout trade. Sorry, you could have bagged 30 points. Had about 20 points on a breakout trade here to the upside, and now we're back inside of the range that we just broke out of, which is not necessarily a trade for me, right? Because I need more information to want to join the party. It's always funny, guys, when some people, oh, you're missing a move. I'm missing what? One candle that rejected right back to the bottom of the range. I mean, that's... If this is a real move and we're gonna push, if we're gonna continue down, chat, towards 26,000, this level down here, there's gonna be more room to entry for entry, right? That's how you got to think about it. Like if we're really gonna sell off and reject, there's more room. Should be more time to get in, right? You don't want to. Why would you get in here with all these wicks? See how we're pushing right back up? We already took out all the lows. Yeah, I mean, you had a swipe of quite a few of them, right, on the 5-minute chart. That's probably what you're looking at. Yeah, 5-minute chart, you took out quite a few of those lows. So if you're a bull, you want like some kind of higher low scenario here, kind of set up, set in, and then you maybe expand back out of this back to the upside. Keep an eye out because we got Trump coming up here at 3 o'clock. More than likely gonna say something about Iran. I would be surprised if he doesn't, chat. See if we're able to break this 885 level. So we'll see. Got a little bit of time left on the current 1 hour candle. It is having a hard time here so far. We know that the previous 1 hour candle was super bearish. Got a long wick, kind of rejecting off the 14 EMA. If we lose 888, could be targeting new lows down here, or lower lows down here towards 750 area. We'll see what happens, guys. So if you haven't already, you're able to check out DMONEY's Twitter page. Everybody wants to know what's my X account. This is it, chat. Damarius Trades in queue. You can pull me up. Make no mistake about it. Stay up to date with what DMONEY has going on. Why not? Got the mentorship, obviously, link there kind of coming up here. DMoneyMentor.com. You got to love it. So that's my X account, chat. Everybody wants to know what the Addy is. You got it. Oh man, what about the OnlyFans account? Yeah, we're gonna give you a time out there trying to insinuate D-Money has an OnlyFans account. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. All right, about a minute 38 seconds left. What's gonna happen here? We're getting ready for Power Hour. Or lack of Power Hour, lack thereof. All right, there's a close below. These lows now, minute 20 seconds left, current 5-minute candle. And all right, soon President Trump healthcare event. We're kind of keeping an eye out there. And this 1 hour candle starting to fall to the wayside, guys. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Shout out to Randy Trades. Thanks for the stream and all the hard work, D-Money. Hey, I appreciate that. Here it is. Starting to kind of pick up momentum here to the downside, guys. You're getting a break below that box. You know how D-Money feels about that. You get a break below the box. Look out towards possible support area down here. All right, so we broke out to the downside, and now you would anticipate this is a new 1 hour candle, maybe a small push up, and then you want continuation, right? So if we're able to get back below 842, could be targeting 754 if they're going to flush McGush. And they haven't started yet, so we'll just keep an eye on it, and then we'll try to find that once they start the fireworks, chat. All right, looking a little weak here. You lose previous 5-minute candles low. Looking for more downside, guys, below 841. Somebody said they're up on a combine, $1,500. Let's go. Congrats. All right, do they have enough momentum? All right, there's a break. Kind of like a equal low. Let's see so far. 842.25. Yeah. So you got a pretty close, pretty much an equal low here, chat. 842, 26,842.25, and then you got 842.50. So that for me qualifies as an equal low, less than a point. So need to flush this area. This is your 15-minute chart. We've already had a pretty clean, we've had a retracement to the EMA and then a clean rejection off of the EMA on the 15-minute chart. So you would be wanting this to kind of pick up momentum. They're gonna continue down, right? Like we've already tested and tapped the 14 and the 200, to be honest. So is that enough though to take us lower? No, I don't have a limit pending. I'm just kind of at this point I don't, because I need to see this level break down. I need to see it basically give way to lower lows. Getting a bounce right now back off of those equal lows, so that's not necessarily something that I'm looking at yet. Yeah, I mean, 1 hour chart looks bearish as well. Just got a very small top wick compared to that previous 1 hour candle though. Previous 1 hour candle was able to get up to 26,982 before selling back off to the downside. WarbucksBTC.com. You're able to trade stocks as cheap as $36 with the 5K account. Use the code PW. Do you need to pass it like an eval? Yeah, you got to pass it. It is correct. Yes. So we're just being patient here, chat. Need to kind of let this play out a little bit because we're getting a push right back up. So got to be a little patient. So yes, this is WarbucksBTC.com. You got to pass. So on the 5K account, that's $36. Your profit goal is $500. Right? It's one-step funding, so. And you can read all the rules, chat, if you wanna. There's a pretty nice FAQ section as well that's extremely detailed. So if you have any questions on that. Got multiple accounts to choose from. 5K up to 200K for these equities, and you're able to trade obviously the top stocks, Nvidia, Apple, etc. And you got some pretty cool add-ons for consistency and 90% profit split. So this is why I didn't want to get short immediately, because you see those equal lows. They're kind of playing out right back up, chat, to the upside. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We just out here trying to make a little monies. So I actually have the link here for this thing set up, guys. It just says it's going to begin shortly. So it was scheduled at 3 o'clock. We know that Trump typically starts late. Well, I'll say this while we wait. If I was a betting man, I would actually probably go on a wager and say that tonight's games, NBA guys, we know we know that more than likely you're gonna get some Cleveland kind of handling business. I would say probably the Knicks. And then I'm hopeful that Anthony Edwards handles BI, guys, handles business. We're gonna find out. Don't you worry. I'll find out tonight, because I will be tuned in to at least that Minnesota game. I'm not really concerned. I mean, I am a fan of Donovan Mitchell, chat, but they were up 2-0, so who really cares at this point, right? That season, I mean, that series is pretty much, they need one more on. If they can steal one on the road, that series is a wrap. So, not too concerned. I think they'll win that series, and then it's on to the next for them. Go Cass, brother. I am from Ohio. Hey, nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not a Cleveland fan, But I am a fan of Donovan Mitchell. I mean, how can you not like the guy? The guy's a baller. So, and I think playoff Donovan Mitchell, right? That's the thing. It's just unfortunate that he's gotten hurt multiple times in the playoffs, and you're not able to kind of see his full potential here. So let's see how this plays out, chat. Is this a rejection off of the 14 EMA? For more downside? 2 minutes left, current 5-minute candle. So far, not able to put in a higher high. I can't see Toronto coming back. The DJ Cram, yeah, me either. I think it's a done data. I mean, they need one game on the road though. We can't not state that. I would like to think. If they can steal one of the next 2 games on the road, I think they got smooth sailing. Yeah, Trump has started, chat. We'll switch over to that for a minute or two. Let's see if we can get some kind of information from him. So we'll switch to that. I'm going to switch to that now. Give me 1 second.
Companies representing 80% of the branded drug market have now agreed to sell their drugs to American patients at the lowest prices anywhere in the world. We're going to have the lowest prices in the world. This will result in the largest drop in prescription drug prices in the history of the United States of America. I mean, that should be front page news, but it won't be. It'll be back on page 19, but the people get it. That's why we're in the Oval Office, I guess. I want to thank Regenerance,
Hold on, guys.
A friend of mine for a long time.
Let me go back to this.
Good guy, great guy. CEO Len Schleifer and Chief Scientific Officer George Yankopoulos, who are 2 fantastic people in the medical world, very respected. We're also joined by Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Bobby, thank you. Secretary Howard Lutnick, Administrator of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's doing a fantastic job. They all are. FDA Commissioner Marty McCary and Chief Counselor of Health and Human Services, Chris Klump. Thanks, Chris. Great job you're doing, Chris, wherever you may be.
Thanks, sir.
He's there. For decades, Americans have been forced to pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, by far. Prices that were many, many times what the rest of the world was paying. Because we had a president that didn't know what they were doing, or they weren't able to get other countries to agree to it. I was able to do that because I used tariffs. I said, if you don't agree to it, we're going to put tariffs on your country. And they said we would be honored to do it, sir, after telling everybody no, including me. But they agreed to do it. The United States is just 4% of the world's population and consumers only 13% of all prescription drugs. Yet pharmaceutical companies have been making 75% of their profits from American customers. So think of it. With 4% of the population and doing only 13% of all prescription drugs, the companies make 75% made, I don't know, maybe, hopefully they continue, because actually it's not as bad for them as it sounds. In fact, many of their stocks are up, because actually when the price goes up on the one end, they make up for the price coming down in the United States. So it really worked out pretty good. To address this chronic unfairness, I signed an executive order instructing my administration to do everything in our power to slash prescription drug prices for Americans while getting other countries to pay more, in many cases much more. But their other prices doubled, and sometimes they tripled, and ours would go down by 60, 70, 80%, even more. Today we're building on our unprecedented success with Regeneron committing to offer all new drugs moving forward at most favored nations prices. They'll make their current drugs available to Medicaid and MFN. That's most favored nation. Additionally, they'll also offer their current drug Praluent, which is the lower cholesterol and fight heart disease, to all consumers at dramatically lower cost. It'll come down from $537 to $225 and be available at TrumpRx.gov. I didn't put the name. Bobby did and Oz did. It's true, actually. Remember I came in, I said, what's this? But they said, it'll be better, it'll sell better, would you help us? So I now have my name on medication, but it's doing great. I hear it's setting records, actually. I was watching the other day, Mark Cuban, of all people, said it's amazing what Trump has done with this. I can't believe when I heard him say that, I was sort of in a state of shock. But others have said it too. This whole thing it's turned out to be hot. So that's TrumpRx.gov. The company will also invest $27 billion to build up research and development and pharmaceutical manufacturing here in America, which is a big thank you very much. Today I'm also announcing that the FDA has just approved a new drug from Regeneron called DMONEY, a gene therapy curing a rare disease that causes deafness. People are totally deaf, and it's amazing. I've seen some work on it. It's actually hard to believe.
All right, so far,
in a minute. Normally cures for rare diseases can cost millions of dollars, and really the results
no mention of Iran, chat.
But in this case, I'm pleased to say that Regeneron will be giving this away for free for a period of time, for free. And here with us is 2-year-old Travis Smith. He was born deaf. Was he totally deaf? No, pretty much, right?
100%.
Wow. This is 100%. He was 100% deaf, but he took this miracle cure, and now he can hear his mom, Sierra, say, "I love you." And Sierra, could you maybe say a few words? That's really incredible.
It's absolutely incredible. Regeneron works miracles. Yeah, he didn't know his name. He couldn't hear me tell him how much I love him. And now with Regeneron and this amazing surgery, he can listen to music, and he loves it. He loves to dance, and he loves instruments, and I'm so proud of him. He's been so brave through all of this. And yeah, now he can hear, and he has a bright future ahead of him, and I'm so thankful to everybody on the Regeneron team.
Oh, that's incredible. I mean, even the fake news has to be impressed with this. They'll find a way to make it better.
Oh, man.
But he actually does. It's about 1% off. They'll figure a way. How are you going to do it? You got to explain. No, they're genius. They are genius. I respect them a lot. But I just want to thank you, Sierra. That's incredible. You and your family.
Thank you for having us.
He's a beautiful person, too. That's a beautiful boy.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
He doesn't give a crap.
Oh, yeah, he is so full of energy and love now, and he was such a
So you
serious
see
baby.
such a difference.
Yeah, he was such a serious baby.
And before that, it was it's very tough for.
Oh, for sure. He can't tell me what he wants or what he wants to eat or what he needs. And now he'll be able to do that.
The market is like, what are we talking about? Yeah, I know.
That's a great.
Kind of hesitating. Hasn't literally went.
Thank Regeneron, another
Kinda stuck within a
their part to bring down the cost of health care for all
30, 40 point
Americans
range.
under
That's
our
it.
most favored nations agreement. We've secured gigantic discounts with price differences from 4 to 5 and even 600%. 600%. One of the most popular weight loss drugs has gone from
One of Jerome's baby mamas. Big Brawley
to as low as $199 a month. So that's a price that's incredible. So it used to sell in London for $87, and they raised it to $199, which is a big raise if you know from 87 to 199. But that's been going on. Our country's been being ripped off for 30 years. How long would you say, Doug? Like 30, 40 years. For years with drugs and drug prices. So they're going up. we're going way down. And because the world is a bigger place than we are, believe it or not, it's hard to believe that, but they are, that we go down much more than they go up. So they don't go up as much as people would have thought. So they're going from, they're going to 199, and we're going down all the way down. Think of that. We're going down from $1,350 a month to $199. That's, nobody would believe it. And this is true with all. I mean, this is the weight loss drug. But this is true with all drugs. Sometimes even more of a difference than that, sometimes a little bit less, but sometimes substantially more than even that. You see what that is. So we cut the per cycle cost of IVF drugs by thousands of dollars, and we reduced the price of the major COPD medication from $458 to $50. What? That must be a typo. Is that a typo? From $458 to $50. If your boy was here, he'd go, wow. He got bored. I think he got bored. He wants to go into bigger and better things, but there's nothing bigger or better than this. They'll all be available right now at TrumpRx.gov. So it's, you know, that's why it's doing well. It's not doing well for other reasons. It's doing well. Think of that. That's some discount. But we have others. And these are all top companies and top medications. And I think in the end, we're going to have every company involved. We're almost there right now, but we're going to have every company involved. TrumpRx has already received more than 15 million visitors, and every American should log on to check for massive discounts before they go to the pharmacy. It's setting a record. Nobody's ever seen anything like this.
He can say anything anytime, yeah.
I shouldn't tell
Yep.
you this, Bobby. But there have been many companies say, so we'd like to buy it from you if you could. What? TrumpRx.com. I said, it's not for sale. It's not me. It's the government. The government owns it. I don't own it. But they're all impressed. These pharmaceutical companies, they said they've never seen anything like this. So it's fantastic. Now, I'd like to ask Secretary Kennedy to say a few words, and then we'll have Dr. Oz, the team at Regeneron, and Sierra. And Sierra, I'm so happy for you. And Chris Klump has been unbelievable, a real star. You don't know his name as much as some of the others. But,
Blah, blah, blah.
Star of the group. So,
Oh,
Bobby, please.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was reminded when the President was speaking of a conversation that I had yesterday with one of the Democratic senators who was questioning me during a hearing, and she was ridiculing President Trump for his math. And she was saying, it's mathematically impossible to have a drug drop by 600% cost, which he had claimed. And I said, well, if the drug was $100 and it raised the price to $600, that would be a 600% rise. Well, if it drops from 600 to 100, that's a 600% savings. And the President used that mathematical device to illustrate the magnitude of the theft that has been happening against our country and our people. As he said, we have 4.2% of the world's population. We take 13% of the pharmaceutical drug. We spend 80% of the biotechnology research in our country, and we provide 75% of the profits to the pharmaceutical industry. This is a ripoff that has irked him for 20 years. During his first term,
Get the man a bite. Yeah. They got him talking about the chair.
This time, no matter what. There's people in this room who are part of the White House staff who said we can't do that. Oz and I said we probably can't do that, but he harassed us. We were beleaguered. It was like Fort Apache. Dr. Oz would not answer his phone because he was calling all night long with the president on the line saying, get this done. And we brought in this amazing superstar, Chris Klump, and he negotiated.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's his norm. That's what he normally sounds like, chat. To be honest.
I want to thank him for his leadership, Chris, and I want to thank George and Lynn, who are the co-founders of this this company of Regeneron. Their generosity, their idealism, their love of this country, and their compassion for these.
Somebody said somebody hear him son of market.
It's amazing. It is amazing. And you're right.
Oh, man.
600%. But we also say sometimes 50%, 60%, different kind of calculation. 70, 80, and 90%, and people understand that better. But there are two ways of calculating it. But either way, it doesn't make any difference whether it's 60, 70, or 80%. Nobody's ever heard of it. But it's also 500, 600, 700, depending on the way you.
The laughing clowns in the background. Yeah, I saw some of them like smiling. Like I don't know if they're laughing like at him or it's kind of weird that they are.
We wanted somebody out of the box, and we
See
got
them
him.
laughing back there.
I would say we got him. And Bobby, he's a great guy, actually. So, Oz, how about saying a few words, please?
So this has been an unprecedented process. The president insisted we deal with one critical number you should all remember, which is that 1 in 3 Americans, when they go to the drugstore, after they've seen a doctor, will often leave empty-handed because they cannot afford the medications they're picking up. So affordability was the main word the president would use in many of those phone calls. He wanted it to be done fairly. We created a partnership with the pharmaceutical industry that was remarkable and that it pushed 17 massive companies into the fold to try to do deals. Again, unprecedented. That would allow us
They're laughing
to
with
bring
him.
the most favored nation pricing to this country, to the American people.
Look at Ginger. Ginger said the girl segment is over. She can go. Oh man.
17th company.
Too much.
17. He said 17. He wanted to be 17. Whatever math you want to make, 16 is not 17. There's a reason that the 17th company was delayed. It's why they're here today. It's that beautiful young boy you saw earlier. When you can save a child's hearing, and Mr. President, we talked about a lot of numbers. Secretary Kennedy quoted 100%, 600%. It's hard to beat free. Free is the best price, and that's the starting price with the president oftentimes, and that's what this wonderful company's agreed to. I want to applaud TrumpRx.gov, a remarkable site created by Joe Gebbia. Ed Korstein has done a wonderful job with 0 glitches, serving more than 10 million individual unique Americans so far. And Mr. President, it's the fastest website I've ever seen. People love it because it works well. There's all kinds of additional elements being added to it, which we'll be talking about. But this website, as the president said, must be checked.
Big Brawly man. He's trying to see if Ginger needs a timeout.
Your price is the right price. It's a transparency site that is more rigorous than anything that I have seen. And Mr. President, your name is attached to it. And of course, that brings a tremendous amount of attention to it. We wanted it to be perfect. And the team who did that has accomplished that exactly. I want to applaud Chris, because you cannot thank him enough, but it was also John Brooks, Emma Hernandez. I see Beth back there, Theo, Rugel, a bunch of people who've done a tremendous amount of work. And when I keep saying my colleagues can
Is that Jerome? Is that somebody said is that Dr. Oz or Jerome Powell? Yeah, that's Dr. Oz. That's not Jerome Powell. They do look a little similar, I guess.
Do the right thing. Gentlemen.
Okay, thank you. Mr. President, Secretary Kennedy, Secretary Lutnick, Commissioner Macri, Administrator Oz, and I guess Superstar Klum. Thanks for having us here on behalf of all of Regeneron. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Len Schleifer, President, CEO of Regeneron, and with me is Dr. George Ankopoulos, President and Chief Scientific Officer of Regeneron. And together, well, I should pause there, I just realized something. I'm a president, he's a president, and all 3 of us grew up in Queens, New York.
Right.
So there's something maybe that was going on
Come
back
on,
then
man.
that was good. I'm not sure about now. So anyway, together we founded, George and I founded Regeneron, and have built it over the past 4 decades. Today we are here. We were not pushed to be here. We are happy to be here because it marks an important step to lower drug prices.
Jerome is president too, yeah.
That other wealthy nations have been getting a free ride on American innovation. Just like in defense, but they've been getting.
So they've clearly stalled the market out, chat. Market's trying to kind of
President Trump is putting policies in place.
see if there's anything that's going to be said here. We're stuck within about a 20-point range right now. Nothing going on literally in the market
It's a good deal.
at the moment.
But we have to remember this is just the beginning. The most important battle we all face is disease itself. We have to recognize how hard this fight is. For most major diseases that you or your loved one might suffer from, like Alzheimer's disease, to cancers, to genetic diseases, we are very far away from a cure. And we have to understand that discovering cures is perhaps the hardest scientific challenge humans undertake. Much harder than getting to the moon, not that we don't like that, but much harder than even getting to Mars or making the next generation of cell phones or electric cars. hard like staring into the unknown for years, sometimes decades, with no guarantee that anything
Trump
you're doing
sleeping.
will ever make a difference for somebody like Travis. Regeneron is a great example of both the difficulty of the challenge, but also of the potential reward. We spent 25 years and billions of dollars, not millions, billions of dollars before we produced our first important medicine, or even earned our first profit. Maybe we should have been or might have been fired, but we stuck with it. Our relentless commitment to disruptive innovation ultimately turned us into one of the most productive biotechnology companies in history. We have produced, thanks to George and his team, new medicines at the rate of about one important medicine a year for the last 15 years, including truly miraculous advances impacting millions of lives. And we have two people here who are living proof. Mr. President, when you were ill with COVID, it was Regeneron's monoclonal cocktail that you affectionately dubbed the Regeneron. We love it. And that helped save your life.
Trust me, he love it.
George right here and his team. George?
Well, in addition to the president, we had a few minutes ago Sierra's beautiful boy, Travis, who was born without the ability to hear, as you heard from Sierra. And the same company and the same dedicated team of scientists that helped save the president's life also delivered a first-of-its-kind gene therapy known as autonomy. So Travis can now hear his mother, as she told you, tell him that she loves him. Hard to think of a greater gift. And just like you, Mr. President, who made our antibody treatment for COVID free for all Americans and thus saved many lives, we have made the decision, the unprecedented corporate commitment to provide this first-of-its-kind gene therapy for hearing loss free to all the children in the United States who can benefit from it. And we do this, why? To hopefully highlight the power of disruptive biotech innovation and all the good that it can bring to all of our lives and our health. But we have to remember, despite the miraculous advances like autonomy and like the regenerate COVID treatment, we also have to highlight how far we have yet to go to address the many diseases that lack effective treatments. And the cures will not be coming unless we not only celebrate the advances of the biopharma industry to date, but we all work together, private sector, together with the government.
Getting a break back below the bottom of his range, chat. 26,887.
Actually bump up innovation and become even more disruptive, especially in a world where China
So we just broke out.
Investment and heavily subsidizing its biotech industry.
Put in, looks like at the moment,
so as to try to displace American
another
President
lower
Trump's
high,
efforts to
kind of
make
put
drugs
in
more affordable, as well as
5-minute
USDA
chart.
programs, such as the Commissioner's Voucher Program, that brings safe and effective new medicines like autonomy to patients more quickly. These are important steps. One additional important way that I've been talking to the administration about to maintain our leading position in the world is to create catalysts and accelerants.
Somebody
for
said,
our
is he
industry
sleeping?
and
Is
the
Trump
healthcare
sleeping?
system, such as developing a national
Oh,
healthcare
man.
database linked to molecular data, including human sequence data, where Regeneron once again is a world leader. Without such big data sets, powerful
Why is it dropping? So they,
despite its potential,
there's not
will
much,
be as
you know,
useful
if
as
the
it
market
could.
was maybe anticipating he would say something about Iran, he hasn't said it yet. So maybe that's the, who knows? I mean, who knows?
You, Mr. President,
We know that that previous 1 hour candle is bearish, chat. So we get back below these lows, 26,840 area, you could pick up pretty quickly back towards 26,727.
Why? Because lives are at stake.
Let me briefly say something. I'm married to a lawyer, my son is a lawyer, but I'm going to talk about the Constitution, and I'm not an expert. But I know our Constitution lays out a vision on how America would out-innovate, out-produce, out-thrive every other nation on earth. And in it, you will find a description of a system built on incentive and reward. A system that says, take the risk, do the work, and you will share in what you create. That is why they enshrine patent protection directly in the Constitution, not as an afterthought, but as a founding principle. As Abraham Lincoln said, another great president, patents add the fuel of interest to the fire of genius. We must keep that fire burning.
They try to keep the eyes open.
Little Travis
Oh,
is now here
man.
for the first time, and his potential is endless. Let's make sure he grows up in a country that never stops reaching.
Power hour dump. Yeah, that's what it's.
That's great. Thank you. It's great to be with you again. Chris, could you say a few words, please?
Thanks, Mr. President. It's not lost on me that this year is America 250, and it's powerful, I think, to pause and remember that 250 years ago, a revolutionary free republic was born, and with it, the greatest innovation engine in the history of humanity. And we stand here today, 250 years later, getting to witness yet another groundbreaking innovation that doesn't just treat, but cures deafness in children. And because of this president and his
I said she got tattooed sideburns.
enable families
She
who are
might.
struggling and suffering with this affliction to have access to
Oh,
background
man.
therapy for free. Now, as the president mentioned, we've negotiated the 17th of 17 agreements. This represents 86% of the branded pharmaceutical drug market in the United States. But anyone who knows us knows that we're not done. That's a milestone, it's not the finish line. And so we have three core objectives that are next up. Number one, and this is already underway, we are negotiating with the many hundreds of biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies representing that other 14% that are building the cures for tomorrow. To all those who are listening, I hope that we have proven that we are credible and reliable and trustworthy partners. We want to sit with you. We will
D-Money, are you interested in shorts? Well,
only as we negotiate.
it was looking a little promising, but you're getting a reaction right back up at the moment. 5-minute chart. Look at the current 5-minute candle.
Second, we continue.
So if we get back below 856 with momentum, like need to see how this 5-minute candle closes out. Because if it closes bearish
Of the 17 MFN deals,
and we're not able to get back above the current candle's high
Secretary Lutnick's
of
leadership,
26,891.50, then there could be.
we negotiated a landmark agreement with the government of the United Kingdom in which they agreed to
But I would love to see lows taken out.
spend on branded pharmaceuticals.
Right, I need to start seeing lows get taken, guys. Previous candles lows 840 area. This current candle's low at 856. You want to at least start seeing that take place.
That underpin these most favored nation deals, so that these savings from
And to be honest, when you look at the structure on the 5-minute chart, you got this 840 area that right now is kind of holding up. You would love to see that get flush
Oz mentioned, standing at a pharmaceutical counter or pharmacy counter right
to the
now,
downside.
wrestling with the decision that no family should have to make of whether or not they can pick up their prescription because they can't afford it.
Because other than that, you can just get trapped.
And at the same time, we know that there are roughly 20,000 known diseases in the world, and we have a treatment or a cure for fewer than a quarter of those. And so this president and his policies is not only safeguarding affordability for American families, but is ensuring that we continue to bet on American exceptionalism. We bet on innovation. We bet on the principles that have taken us to this place in 250 years for the next 250 years. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, thank you, Chris. Great job you do. Maybe you want to talk about rescheduling while we're here, and just say what you're doing and the progress that you've made.
Right. Well, Mr. President, today is another promise made, promise kept day. On December 18th, you signed an executive order on increasing medical marijuana and cannabidiol research. And today we delivered on that promise. The acting attorney general this morning signed an order that moves into Schedule 3.
We need 1,000 likes. Yeah, do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button.
License. This is a giant.
So we're almost there.
implement your promise and
Unfortunately, we got kind of hijacked here with the Trump
agree to increase
speech. Market is really kind of stuck in a smaller range now. But
everyone to know that
do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Trying to keep the streak alive of 1,000 plus likes.
marijuana products. We will begin implementation right away of this order.
We're almost there, guys. We're hanging out. Looks like we're at 874 likes. So we need
Researchers to actually study
126 likes to be at 1,000 likes, guys.
especially in
Do me a solid.
using it. We know that
If you're not subscribed to the channel, this is your first time rocking out with the BDH and D-Money. We appreciate the support. We don't take it for granted.
it really helps them, but
So hit the subscribe button. You get a notification when we are live. And obviously, if you rock out with us every day,
without knowing how
I love you.
interact with other medications because the as those state licensed medical marijuana products are now in Schedule 3, and we expect the research to significantly increase so that we can understand how to guide patients and doctors in this effort. And there will be additional actions that will come this summer to do an expedited hearing for the administrative hearing, Department of Justice, for all of marijuana to move into Schedule 3.
And the military is very happy about it, and a lot of people suffering from big problems, which this seems to be the best answer. They're very happy about it. So the rescheduling is starting, and that's a big thing, rescheduling. They kept saying, what about the rescheduling? And so, great job, I appreciate it. I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Howard Kessler. He's one of the most successful men in the world, actually, and he had some medical difficulties, and he came upon this by accident in a way. He said, wow, he had to go through a lot of different medications, and he said this was the one that was much better than anything else. And so he experienced it. He didn't benefit by it other than from the standpoint that he lives a much better life now. So hopefully you don't need it, but if you do need it, I hear it's the best of all the alternatives. But I want to thank Howard Kessler and Michelle Kessler. They really pushed this very hard. These are two people, very straight arrows. They're not into marijuana. They're not into anything. But he found this answer, and he said, he's doing it for other people. And so Howard and Michelle probably, they're watching or they'll be hearing about it. But they worked very hard to get this done. And it's an honor, and you've done fantastically. You all have, and I appreciate it. And man who's doing an excellent job is Howard Letnick. He's in a little different sphere. He's not in the medical sphere, but he knows what it all means. And from Commerce, he's the Secretary of Commerce. Howard, would you say a few words, please?
Sure. So, in partnership with Bobby Kennedy and Manaz and the whole team, when they do
all right, so
we also ask the company to reshore and build their drugs here in America, because too many of our drugs
back and
are
forth
key drugs for our health. Our
price action on the chart.
And in a conflict, we can't rely upon them. And I'm honored to say that our partners from Regeneron have agreed.
Market kind of stalling out, waiting for something to possibly be said or lack thereof to be mentioned.
So that means $448 billion of drug manufacturing is coming to America because of your tariffs, because of your pharmaceutical strategy. And we are proud to invite Regeneron to do this giant build in America, and all the rest of the pharmaceutical companies. They've committed to build in America because of your tariff policy and your strategy.
And because of the tariffs, it's been amazing actually. We have Eli Lilly and Pfizer and all of the companies. We got 7 of them here at one time, which was interesting to see, but they actually got along with each other very well. They stood right behind me, the biggest companies in the world, and they're all building, Eli Lilly's building, I think 5 major plants, which without tariffs they would have built none. I said, how many would you build without none? They were all making these products in other countries, a lot of other countries actually, not just China, but a lot of other countries. And I think by the time I leave office, they'll be mostly operating. They have an incentive to do them quickly, big incentive, like the tariffs go up if they don't. And remember, if they do them here, they don't have any tariffs to pay. It's an incredible incentive. And if they don't do them here, they have a very substantial tariff. So they get penalized. And it's bringing countries, not only drug companies, but car companies. AI is a different thing altogether, but even there. But the AI is, we're leading China in AI, we're leading everybody in AI. We're leading now in car companies. They're coming from Canada, they're coming from Mexico, Germany, Japan. They're pouring into our country because we're very smart. Should have been done long ago by other presidents. We were the car capital of the world 50 or 60 years ago, and then they just started taking them away. We were the chip capital of the world, and now, Intel. And now they're coming back. All the chip companies are coming back. You may say a word about that, Howard, real fast, because what we're doing with chips are incredible. And all we're doing is saying at the end of a year and a half, 2 years, if you don't have your chip company, you're going to pay a tremendous tariff to put chips into this country. And they are building, I think we'll have close to 50% of the chip market very soon.
What's the next move? Chop right now. That's the next move. The market is literally ranging. You need a break. kind of cover that, right? So if we get back below 840 area, looking for more downside. That's the, I mean, but we're kind of stuck. We're just kind of hanging out here with the president speaking. So you need to be a little patient.
11 months.
Not much you can do about that.
The last administration had less than $1 trillion in 4 years. We have in 11 months over $18 trillion. Howard, do you want to talk just for a second about the chip market because it's explosive?
Sure. So you've got semiconductors, you've got leading edge logic, you've got high bandwidth memory, and you have foundational chips. And America had a couple of points, 3 or 4% market share, and we are, of course, the biggest demand. And the president gave the order, let's get these factories, these fabs built in America. And our expectation is we will have $1 trillion of these fabs. These are factories. This is not the hyperscalers buying chips. This is literally the making of the chips, right? We had Micron, $200 billion, TSMC, $165 billion. The list goes on and on. We negotiated a great deal with Taiwan. $500 billion coming to America. We'll have $1 trillion of semiconductors. That's part of his $18 trillion, but it's foundational for us to take care of ourselves.
Well, thank you very much. Now, we'll go off subject for a minute, but I think it's very interesting, and I hope you go home and take a look because it's happening right now as we speak. But first, if you look outside, so we had flooring outside, we had slate, and it was coming to pieces. It's been there since the early 1940s, and it's a path to the Oval Office. It's a path to the West Wing, and it was terrible. It was broken, bad shape. The whole White House has been in bad shape.
All right.
It's right now in better shape.
So we're getting close to 4 o'clock here at chat.
Right now, but we're putting magnificent new granite. It's called charcoal. It's a black granite against the white, beautiful white walls. We've stripped.
So unfortunately, Trump's kind of hijacked the momentum in the market. We're just kind of stuck in a range. Somebody wants to know what's the next move. The move is to be patient and wait for a break with momentum, either direction. See how you're getting this knee jerk? There it is. There's a flush McGush, and then so there's your random candle down, guys. There's your 60-point flush. And there's that 350 time, right? So now it would be funny if we get a push right back up. So it might be smart. This is why you want to wait, chat, until Trump is done speaking. Some people don't want to hear that, but clearly there's some volatility in the market. I can guarantee you there's somebody that tried to get long, play this as a breakout trade above 900, and they just got smacked pretty hard, right? 60-point count's probably gone if they didn't have a stop loss. It might have even bust through it. So got to be strategic here, guys. That's just how it is sometimes, unfortunately. When Trump decides to have a speech at 3 o'clock, and they're still talking right now, clearly. So 3 more likes to 1,000. Yeah, do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. Gotta keep the streak alive of 1,000 plus likes. Even if you want to kind of map out this current range that we are stuck in, this is it. 5-minute chart. About 95 points. Stay away from the market when Trump is speaking. Yeah, somebody's going to learn. They're going to learn. Because you a lot of times you will get those sporadic moves, and you know what it is, chat. Sometimes people get antsy and they're like, "Oh, I'm sick of waiting," and they're gonna force a trade, and they forced around and find out. Did I know but I already knew the flush was coming. Well, I mean, you wanted a break of those lows for some quick downside, but I mean, you would have to be super quick, or either if you had a sell limit kind of sitting down there below 866, you were up, kicked you into the trade. But if you weren't quick, you were up a quick 25 points. But if you weren't quick, then you got basically yoked, and the bullish reaction is stepping right back into the market. So you gotta love it with the volatility, chat. So Trump's still on, and that's obviously gonna go probably until that 4 o'clock time frame, guys. So I would just say be smart. If you're green today, no need to give away the profit. Pretty good trading day today, so I would say don't give away the profit. Don't give it back. It'd be silly to give it back at 3:55 in the afternoon, chat. Somebody said if you were patient, use the code PW. Oh, man. We've all done it before. That's why I can speak from a point of experience, chat. I've done it before myself, where you're like, oh, I'm tired of waiting. Or you try to anticipate the move, so you're just kind of throwing something out there hoping it sticks. So you had the bullish. Funny thing is that candle closed bullish, chat. So you had the sell side momentum kind of step into the market over 50 points, over 60 points to the downside. Got the bottom wick put in, retracement right back up of the entire move, right back up, over 60 point retracement back to the upside. So this is why you want to be strategic when Trump is speaking, because you just had basically the selling pressure or the bears get sucked into shorts, and then you had longs, people that are long in, they got sucked in as well. Oh man, shout out to TLR, Tim Rogers. He said DMONEY lied. His cousin Jerome is not in Europe, he's at work. Oh man, you gotta love it. Oh man. Got Jerome in a fresh suit. When trading, should you get a funded account or use your money, or use your own money if you got it? Yeah, I would say, Tommy, I think it's smart to leverage props. To be honest, that's the beauty of prop firms. So, sounds like you're new to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. You're able to check out onlypropfirms.com, where you can compare prop firms, the top prop firms, obviously, right? Using the code PW, you're able to do some comparison, pricing, etc. Learn all about it. So obviously, onlypropfirms.com, your one-stop shop for doing some comparison, guys, and obviously getting some details, more in detail information regarding these props that we leverage. You gotta love it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at PW there. All right, you're getting some kind of bullish reaction out of this level, guys. Right, so the kind of like level that we had mapped out, you're back above that high, 26,937. Nice bounce. You got Trump still speaking, so I would say trend carefully here, but because you can easily get a reversal right back down. But the bulls are trying to take us higher outside of this consolidation range that we've been stuck in. So there's the break, 935. If the momentum continues, you're looking for 965 or higher. Sketches 8. I got stopped out and now it goes. Yeah, that's how it always is, though. Especially when Trump is speaking, you know, it's volatility. So it looks, because you got to remember, Chad, it looks clean on the chart when you see the move. Like say you just came to your chart right now. You're like, oh, okay, that's a nice, you know, just a retracement from here back up. But we know that was a pretty sporadic candle at 350, chat, 5-minute chart. 70 plus points down and over right at 65 points right back up. So that's a lot of movement within a 5-minute time frame, up and down. So just be careful, chat. With him still on the screen, right? With him still speaking. So I would say if you're green on the day, nothing wrong with calling it a day, chat. Tomorrow's another day. Hopefully, decent price movement. That's all you can really ask for. On the horizon tomorrow, we don't have, it looks like there's no red folder, but we do have revised consumer sentiment and revised inflation expectations. So Iran questions now, yeah. So you might get even more volatility. So I would say trend carefully here, guys. You are getting a push though. 26,936 got broken. Current 5-minute candle has a nice bottom wick. So you are mindful of that, and you're looking for, like I said, this level up here, 65 level gets taken, and you're targeting, obviously, you'll be targeting 27,000. Yep, I just destroyed my account. Yeah, it happens. Trust me, Chad, everything that I share, everything that PW talks about as well, we're literally giving you 10 years of trading, good and bad, right? That we've kind of went through. So just kind of be mindful of that. Got a nice reaction here though to the upside. There's a break of 26,965, guys. So if you're long, you took the longs, you got up to 965 and higher. You gotta love that. And Trump is still speaking, so. D-Money gonna be at the F1 in Miami. I've never been, chat. So that's on the bucket list. Intel earnings, yep. 405, pretty sure they were scheduled, right? So you got Intel coming out here at 405, chat. We'll stick around to see what that looks like. You got about a minute, 11 seconds. So it's scheduled for 405. Doesn't mean that it's going to come out exactly at 405, but you're getting a push here to the upside. There's 26,980. D-Money, no accounts left. Oh, man. Yeah, I see that. Yep. All right, so let's see if they updated this yet. Because it actually says 4 o'clock. Did they update it? So Intel could be the reason for the push, chat. So let's see how they're looking. Oh yeah, I mean, Cray with Lil Ray Ray after hours. Made no mistake about it. Intel had a crazy pop. Almost 17%. It's up in after hours, guys. D-Money, if you blow an account, do you reset and keep trading or stop for the day? It depends on if did you blow an account and it's like a candle swipe, meaning that you got swiped and then it moves in your direction, or literally hit your stop loss and then push right back in your desired direction, etc. Right? It all depends on if it's looking like a good trend day or if it's a choppy market or a pretty clear market. Maybe your entry was off and you gonna take another swing at it. Just depends. Good thing I have a job, LOL. Yeah, you're smart. You're smart to stay employed while you're taking on this journey. because you're going to have up and downs. And this market this week, it's starting to get a little bit better. But we know to start off the week, this week, chat, we've had a lot of nasty price action kind of starting off the week. So, right, where you'll have these 70 point, 80 point candles up, 70 point, 80 point candles down. And then, you know, so not a lot of follow through on some of these setups. So it's been a choppy beginning of the week. And like I said, it's starting to get a little bit better, I do feel. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Friday. It'll be Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Hopefully we'll get some decent volatility, some decent movement in the market. Rinse and repeat for the next few years. Yeah, it might be. I mean, we need this. So, I mean, it's always a little trickier when you're trading at all-time highs as well. As far as sometimes you don't get, like today we put in another all-time high, guys, right? I mean, we were able to get above yesterday's daily candles high. Keep that in mind. High today, 27,155.75. So that's just how it is sometimes, right? A lot of times doesn't mean we can't push higher, but it might be some turbulence on the way up. That's all. I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Tomorrow's another day. We'll be back for Friday's action. Make no mistake about it, 9 a.m. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. I appreciate the support as always, guys. We'll be back in the AM. Until then, stay safe. We gone.